All right. Hello and welcome. Welcome back. It's been a long time, I know, since the last time um, I've actually done anything for this channel. But I've been at work writing books, publishing my ebooks, and all this kind of great stuff, and facilitating classes and, just living life. Um, as we should, okay? Because life is short, and let's just take advantage of every moment that we have, with or without anybody. Okay, that's for sure. Don't wait until you're old and feeling like you're old. Wherever you are in life, just start seeking out. You're happy because nobody is responsible for that. That's your job. Okay. Your job is to bring in all your happiness and all that good stuff. Well, moving forward, the title that I've given this particular video is how to use art to comfort yourself in time of loss. And by the way, if you hear the little music in the background, I like to have music on, especially when I'm trying to get into that creative vibe. And so, of course, I don't own the rights to it, just in case. I need to put it out there in case you hear it. And it is Reiki or Rike. Some people say Reiki, some people say Rike. Okay, so that's the music in the background. It's very comforting. I enjoy it, and I hope you do too. So, um, oh, and make sure you check out um, my website. It's always under new construction, but um, yeah, it's a lot of great things happening on there right now that I'm very proud about. You know, showing people how to utilize herbs and how to research various herbs for yourself, find out what's best for you. Because I'm totally into the holistic thing, but I'm also totally into getting your doctor involved as well. Hopefully you have a doctor that is open to being a partner with you, because that's what your practitioner is. Your practitioner, in whatever field that they are, mentally, physically, spiritually, you know, um, they're your partner. And that's how I see myself as well, as a holistic life coach and a herbalist practitioner. So, yeah. All right. So when we have a loss in life, a loss can be, it doesn't necessarily have to be a death of a person, right? A loss can be the loss of a job, the broken chain, if you will, of a friendship. So there are a variety of losses. Okay, and I just actually put out an ebook on how to use art to help heal, right, and grow. So if you check out my website, most likely you'll see the link to it. I also put it into the description area as well. Okay, so when we're talking about loss of a person, we all deal with loss of a loved one differently, right? Um, it even takes some people a long time to reconcile with that thought that a person is no longer with them. Because I remember my son passing, my youngest son, um, and it's been over. It's been well over 10 years now, but it had taken me 10 years to not like just vividly see the funeral itself and all of that. It just took me a while. and I had therapy and all of that. And I also had to decide I don't want this to be the thing to take me mentally under, right? Or spiritually under, or where, or away from from my reality of world. So it does take a willingness to want to recover. But in the meantime, this project here is something that I find really relaxing. Okay. Um, and hopefully you'll find it relaxing too. You can also do it with young folk, your children. Um, it's just a project that can be done uh, nearly at any age. Okay. And like I said, it's comforting. Turn on some music, hear the tools. Um, this isn't this. Okay. This is not a jury making class. Okay. But, and there are tons of them out there just in case you become interested in doing it. I also create jury, but like I said, this is not a jury class. So I'm just going through the tools real quick. And so as you can see here, these are just basic um, jewelry tools, right? You can pretty much just buy these now. Um, for under, a lot of places is under $12, you know, and they come in really handy. Okay, they really come in really, really handy, um, depending on the materials and everything that you're working with, right? All right, and then too, we have let's see if I can get it here. We have, I call them findings, or I believe they're called claws. Okay, if you can see them, kind of, um, there's the back of it. Okay, and these are great for, you know, creating chains and having to connect the clasps and stuff like that. So we'll be using, and I'm only going to make one of these today, but as we go along, it all makes sense. Okay, and then you may want to have a measure, just any type of measurer, a ruler or do. Okay, and then I also have the type of material that I'll be using to make my jewelry. Okay, and here are some beads that actually come from broken, jewelry and stuff like that. Found jewelry. Always keep those. And then here's your little findings that come in handy as you are creating your jewelry. All right, and because you have these are the long dips. I don't know what you call them, but they're just hooks, for your earrings. Um, and so we're going to be doing that today. We're going to be making, well, I'm going to show you how to make an earring or earrings, okay, out of your loved one's material, okay. And so let's see here. Now, I just have a certain kind of style that I like, and every now and then I will step out of the box. I step out the box a lot, tell you the truth. So anyway, this is one of the earrings that I made from clothes, okay? And I love them. And sometimes I even wear these, I wear it in my hair too. When I'm wearing my braids, I wear them in my hair as well. So let's say, for instance, maybe you have a shirt, a skirt, a dress, something of a loved one, okay? And this is one of the ways that you can inflect, as you're creating your jewelry piece. And like I said, today I'm just going to kind of show you how I create the earrings, right? Just using material. And you may also need a needle and thread because I also sometimes end up sewing a little bit. But anyway, just say for instance, I like this cloth here, and say this belonged to my great aunt. Let's just say it did. Okay, then I would take this cloth, take my scissors here, and I would just start to cut like strings. You decide how thick you want it and how thin you want them. All right. Now, I it depends on the material because I already have some pieces cut up already. All right. And yeah, sometimes that happens too. You just cut that off. Right. We're not looking for perfection here today anyways. So just cut off as many, strings as you feel you need. So here are the strings that I've cut up from a blouse that I no longer wear personally. All right. And what I like about this material here is that it's stretchy, right? And so it's like that cotton stretch material. And sometimes I just stretch it, pull it a little bit more. I pull it, just pull it out here and maybe twist it because sometimes at the bottom, you have the, yeah, it's up to you. If you like it like that, that's fine. But you can also just twist, you know, to kind of get it to a nice rounder, you know, kind of like a round tip at the bottom. And you can do the same thing for the other end. Okay, so you see that is kind of round here. So I'll just take it and twist. Okay, and kind of twist that. I don't know if you can see that. And then it just turns, you see what I'm saying? It's not as wide at the bottom. Okay. Now, once I've gotten all of my pieces stretched to where I want, okay, I just stretch them, stretch them, stretch them, stretch them. And I do the same thing to all of them. All right. And lay them out. Lay them out. All right. Just do the same thing. Keep going. All right. So once you've gotten enough of those, and then you may want to add a different type of material. So I have um, the denim. I'll just lay that out here. Okay. My denim pieces. And then um, let's see if I can kind of cut this real quick. Like, get a few pieces of, you know, my aunt's material here. I'm sorry. I wish I could, you see, but I'm just cutting. Make sure you watch your fingers. All right. So I'm just cutting the straps, right? I'm just turning them into straps, should I say. Strings, long strings. All right. And, until I feel like I have the amount that I want to work with. All right. So we just cut a few of those. Now remember, we're acting like we're saying that this is, you know, a loved one's um, clothing. All right. And so let's just set that here. Okay. Set that there for a second. So now I have all my strings, okay? And then what I want to do is I'm going to use leather cord. I have leather cord here. And I guess this is about maybe 3 inches, okay? So I'm going to take about 3 inches of that, of this cord. And I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to now cut the cord. Like maybe a little angle on the angle. See? And just cut it. You can also use scissors to do it too. Okay. And then I'm going to take, so you see the cord here. All right. So now I'm going to take that and I'm going to take my claw clamp here and see, I'm going to use, I think these are, well, I forget what they're called. Because all of these tools have a name for themselves. But anyway, it looks like this. Okay. And clamp it so. Tighten it. But see. Okay. I'm clamping it on over the rope. And yeah, sometimes it's not as simple. And then sometimes they go right on. Okay. So you see that. So now it's on, it's attached there. And we're going to do the same for the other side, for the other side. And clamp. Okay. If you can get it on there. Okay. Sometimes you have to play around with it. Okay. But you know, it's the work that goes in. It's really not work. I don't see it as work myself, but because I enjoy it. But it's one way, like I said earlier, to take the time and just kind of, you know, work with how you feeling. You know, um, that's important. Your feelings are important. Let no one tell you anything different. So you can kind of just relax your mind, maybe go into good memories, try to remember the good things more so than the not so good things. Okay. Now I'm looking for around, let's see, I'm looking for a round, you know, a round hoop. You can also make these if you have the wires. I think I made this one and I didn't use it for some reason. But anyway, now I'm just putting it through here. And then I'm using my tools here. Okay, I'm using my tools here to help close it. Okay. Help close that up. All right. Yeah, try to get it as closed as you can. So now I'm pretty much just working with this, okay? This is what you're working with here. All right. Now, what I do is simply take my strips, or yeah, and depending on how I want it, what I want, how it to look, you know, um, I may just tie. Okay, I may just tie just like that. No big thing. Okay, just tie, and I'll take another piece, put it through the loop there, and as you see, um, I did not twist this one as I did the other, so let's just twist that real quick. Okay, see how that works out, and that way it won't be so flared. Okay, and then I'll do the same for that. I'll just tie it. All right, so each one will be tied individually. Okay, until I've uh, until I've gotten it pretty full. Here's another piece. I'll tie that. And so the thing is that you can make bracelets as well, utilizing your loved ones' material, their clothing, or pieces of their clothing. And I just thought that this this is just it's just a good way. It's a healthy way, right? Um, it's a healthy way to relieve a bit of stress, and it's a pretty good way to help flush out, you know, to help flush out some pent up things. You'd be surprised what memories come about, and hopefully they're good, right? And so now, like I said, once you're done with it, you may want to, let's see, you may want to take your needle and thread. And like I said, this is just a sample, just kind of speeding up a little bit. But you can actually then take that and, well, let me make sure, because I forget to put this on there. I'm going to tie this real quick too. Okay. All right. And it looks kind of funky at first, but like I said, that's just me. I like funky jewelry, you know. That's probably why I end up making my own, because too, when you find when you find other people that make unique jewelry, it becomes rather costly, and it's worth it, you know. But I figure I like making my own. So, okay. So tie that again. All right. And then you might even want, let's say you want to take a piece of strap from somewhere else. Okay. Yeah, I just I keep them. I keep this stuff. And it's time to really clear out. So I'll be throwing away some stuff soon, or giving stuff away, you know, because the one thing I don't want to do is become like this ridiculous hoarder. I really don't. So sometimes I just have to close my eyes and say bye because I haven't used it for so long. Um, all right. So then, say for instance, now I have this nice little piece here, and just say I wanted to put it over. You see that? Oh wait, can you see that? So I want to put that piece over the other pieces. Okay? You see that? Okay. So maybe I wanted to do that. All right. So make sure you line it up pretty good. And then I would take my needle and thread. Okay, here's my needle. And just kind of, well, I like to start from the inside of the fabric. If you can see that, I start from inside the fabric. And so, and then you can cut off any strags, anything that's kind of poking out. And yeah, I would normally use a black, okay, but like I said, this is just for fun, and I just wanted to share such an idea that you can get very creative with, um, as you want. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes the thread will do that. It will get involved where it probably shouldn't. But we're not going to worry about that because it's thread, and you can easily just snap it and start again. All right. So, and the thing about this too is that I did not put a knot in the bottom. You know how you normally do. Um, no, I didn't. But anyway, all right. So what you do once again is you're just sewing it, okay? And so you will sew it all the way across, okay? And therefore once you're done, then let's see. I don't have that one, do I? No, I don't know what I did with them. But anyway, this is one of the first earrings that I made this way. And, you know, I didn't have to because I could have just put the knots in there. But I like to give it a bit more security that it will not just unravel and come down or come out. And so I sewed this part around here. All right. And then let's see here. Come on back. This is my sample. So let's take that off there. Now, if you wanted to add, like the jewelry to it, you know, because I like to add little trinkets and jewelry to mine. And say, for instance, if you had some jewelry of theirs, you know, you could Let's see here. Find something here. Okay, let's say I wanted to use this bigger hoop here. Then let's see. I think I would do it this way. I would use the smaller hoop because there's already a hoop there. And then let's take this and kind of find that opening. I think that's it right there. Yeah, there it is. And so I take that opening and hoop it under like so. And then I have to make sure, that I get the other end and like we did earlier and close it. Okay. So now you should have something that looks like this. Okay. Can you see that real good? So that hoop is in there. Okay. So now I would find something else. Okay. Now I like these, but I also like these little nail looking findings. Some don't have that top on them and some do. So, if say for instance, these are very nice to have if you have a small bead at the bottom and you don't want it to slide off, and the small bead is going to just be the finished part. So that is good. So let's see. Say for instance, I wanted, I don't know, maybe use this bead, and you see how small that hole is, and you see what I'm saying? It doesn't come off. It doesn't fall off. Now, I could take this bottom here that I just put on, that I just added on, and I can create a hoop this way, right? So I put it through. Can you see that? I put it through here, and now I'm going to, I don't like these. Let me get the other. Those are kind of weak. Okay. So now I'm just going to bend it. Okay. Kind of tight there. All right. And so then you have, it's just, I like it. Now, of course, I would probably add some more material to fill it out, but okay. And then lastly, for the earring part, and normally we do not mix the like silver and gold like that, but me personally, I don't have a problem with it. So I would do it. I would do it. But I'm also looking for um not this kind of earring. Not no. No. Um let's see. I'm going to take this one off of this earring and replace and put, I think it's this way, yeah. Okay. It does make a difference how you put your hook, which way you put your hook on. All right. So I put my hook on facing me. So that way, say if I were to wear these, then my hook is facing me so that the design is facing the way it's supposed to, you know. All right. And so that's what I wanted to really share with you all. And I really hope you find some comfort in it and play around with the idea. Like I said, there's so many beautiful things you could do and um just have fun with it, you know? These are great, when you just, I don't know, got your jeans on, or, you know, uh, it's just have fun with it. And plus you can remember, you know, you remember and you feel some comfort, of the person that you lost, right? I just think that's a beautiful thing. And so just take the idea, run with it, have fun with it, play around with it, explore with it, and visit my website sometimes. And I would love to have your support. Your support it really means a lot to me. I know that there are a lot of people out here that are suffering one way or the other, and we all need one another at the end of the day, whether we think so or not. We don't want to wait to find out. Right? So, thank you again for your time, and peace, love, light, all that good stuff that creative soul vibes do. Bye.